Hello, my name is Angelica and welcome to Love on the Table. So today we're going to make a savory green smoothie. So now a lot of green smoothies out there are actually sweet flavored. Either somebody will put berries into it to make it sweet, which is something that I used to do years ago, or sometimes people will add a natural sweetener like stevia to make it sweet. And I actually personally prefer my green smoothie a savory flavor without any sweetener added. And my husband and I have been drinking these for years and we really love them. So I'll show you how simple and easy it is to throw one together either as a snack or something to have in the morning in addition to your protein and fats. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take some kind of a green. It could be baby spinach, it could be arugula, it could be romaine lettuce, although that's kind of good if it's mixed with something like baby spinach or something else. So any kind of green that you like, baby spinach typically works pretty well. And I'm gonna put it just in a regular blender that I have. You could also use a magic bullet or something like that. And typically I put to make 2 smoothies for 2 people, 2 servings, put about 2 handfuls of spinach, about 2 to 2.5 cups of spinach. And then I like to put fresh herbs into it as well. My favorite, I kind of alternate between cilantro, Italian leaf parsley, or just curly regular plain parsley variety, just to add some more greens and flavor to it. And fresh herbs are really good and healthy, good for you and healthy. So I just take like a bunch and throw it in as well with stem and everything. And what I do with my herbs, just a quick tip in terms of making it, excuse me, in terms of making it easier for yourself, is when I buy them from the store, I wash them and then take them right with the stems and put them into a cup of, like a mug that has some water in it, and I just let them dry, and then I put them and keep them in the fridge. So then it's really easy to just take it out, pull a few that I need for my recipes, and not have to wash it every time. So then the other thing that I do is I typically put celery. Again, just something green and something that just adds just more flavor to it. So I just roughly chop it up. It doesn't have to be, super chopped because it's gonna get all mixed in the blender anyway. And then the other thing that makes the savory smoothie really creamy and tasty is the avocado, which has, a lot of fiber and is good for you as well and adds some good fat. I just cut it in half and take a spoon and put about a quarter or so, about a quarter of avocado. You can put a little more if you'd like. There's that. And then the other really key ingredient that I always add to my smoothie just to make it really refreshing, give it some really kind of a kick and some refreshing taste, is some fresh ginger root. And what I do is I just cut like a few slices off. The more you add, the more kick it'll have. But just, few fresh slices of ginger. And now this is where you can really play with it in terms of what type of flavor you'd like to give to your smoothie. So these are my basic foundational ingredients, if you will. And then I kind of play around with it. Sometimes I'll add like a whole fresh clove of garlic. If you don't want to have too much garlic breath, you don't have to do that. Sometimes I'll just add some garlic powder instead of a fresh clove of garlic. You could also add some spices if you wanted to make a little more sort of almost Indian tasting. You could add some turmeric spice. So today I think I'll just go with the garlic, and I'll do just a clove, just 1 clove of garlic. And here's another little trick in terms of taking the peel off your garlic clove, is if you have a big chef's knife and your clove, you just put it on the chopping board and you put some pressure with your hand over the knife and you press on it, and it breaks it. It just magically breaks it apart and the peel comes right off. And then you just roughly chop it up, or just even throw it in, because you know it's all gonna get blended in there. And then I take about 1 cup of water or so, and actually it kind of depends on how thick you want your smoothie to be. I actually prefer mine to be on the thicker side, so I put about 1 cup. You could put, you know, 1.5 cups of water, filtered water, or you could put 2 if you like it really liquidy. And then you can always add more water if it's not blending, you know, very well. And then that's it. We close this up. We turn it on high speed. I use the liquefy setting, and you just let it go for you know, until it has a really blended consistency. I like mine to be really blended without any chunks in it, so I do it for a bit longer, but you can decide and test and play with it. So here we go. So after blending it about 30 seconds, 30 to 45 seconds or so, you get this beautiful green consistency, and then it even becomes bubbly, nice and bubbly. And that makes about 2 servings or so, with just this nice bubbly foamy texture that I like so much. It's got a nice kick from ginger and garlic, and just a nice and tasty way to get your greens into you. Anyway, enjoy, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.